A very warm welcome to this week's analysis, where we'll be taking a closer look at our crypto majors, Bitcoin and Ethereum. In fact, we now have the fourth green day as of now in a row for Bitcoin, but it's losing a bit of its power, especially if we close below this level. If we were to close above it, that would already be a very good sign. Also, it's been a strong week right now. What would be important really is to close above this candle, but somehow I just have this slight feeling that we will definitely close below it once again. Yeah. And that, in my opinion, would most likely lead to a situation where we could very likely break this previous low down here, to be completely honest with you. However, if this situation plays out favorably and we manage to close above that level, specifically above a price point of 90,500, then I can certainly envision us retesting this particular zone once again. And that, my friends, would truly be a blessing, especially since the altcoins are currently performing exceptionally well. Otherwise, well, we'll just have to keep a close eye on how the weekly chart develops and what it shows us. We've already broken through this trend line some time ago, which means we first want to retest this level. The longer this process takes, the higher the market will ultimately climb. So in the coming weeks, we could already rise above $110,000 if the market continues to develop strongly. But that's looking too far ahead. We first want to focus on the current situation. Here in the daily chart, we now also have this right here, a significant breakout finally, and this could now genuinely lead to a situation where we could start rocketing upwards, and I mean very soon, because I no longer believe that we will have too many more opportunities. Perhaps we might retest this particular trend line just one more time. It could also happen that it actually occurs below this point. Yes, so even just reaching this point would be enough, and then boom, a really massive downward movement again. I'm actually currently even running a short position on Ethereum at this very moment, because we've managed to liquidate this particular candle very effectively right here, and we had a specific sequence that developed here which was perfectly worked through and completed, you see? I will still, despite everything, reach break even relatively early on, because we certainly have a very strong sequence of price action here, and I naturally don't want to get liquidated or hit the stop loss, but it's actually a pretty good hedge for the altcoins that are currently holding up quite well. Because here in the 4-hour chart we have definitely tested a resistance level once again, pause, which was either held or broken through, pause, and now it's actually being held as a strong support. So it's extremely important, yes, that we are not too aggressively short right now, because I genuinely still believe that it can go long from here. This means I will immediately move my trade to break even. The next goal in this would definitely be a retest of this trend line right here. That hasn't happened yet, and that could align well with a Fibonacci from up here, right? So here by mid-February, we're already looking at $4,500 again. That's definitely a realistic target, assuming things progress favorably for Ethereum. And otherwise, in the monthly chart, we continue to notice this sequence, that we could go up to $6,000 here.